With advances in design, camera technology, performance, and connection, this next generation of iPhones, which follows the iPhone 16, promises to offer some revolutionary changes. Sources have revealed that the iPhone 17 series is poised to revolutionize gaming. Furthermore, under discussion is the possibility that the whole Apple 17 series may feature an anti-reflective display, possibly more scratch-resistant than the present ceramic shield used on iPhones. Apple iPhone. Does Siri log your phone calls even on a turned-off iPhone? Concerns expressed regarding Apple's privacy. Privacy is the Apple iPhone's main appealing feature. Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, has personally said several times that privacy is a fundamental right and that company is committed to it. In such a circumstance, when Apple iPhone's voice assistant Siri is accused of recording people's talks, then concerns are raised on Apple's claim of privacy and protection. But does Siri accomplish this? Let's understand. Recently, Apple has agreed to pay $95 million. This is the money due to close a 5-year-old case involving Siri covertly listening in on conversations. The hearing in this case is going on in Oakland, California. It is believed that Apple has captured people's chats through Siri on iPhone for more than 10 years. Regarding this, Apple argues that unless you pronounce the trigger word, "Hey Siri," the voice assistant of your iPhone does not get engaged. Your contact with Siri is processed on the phone itself. It is not sent to Apple's server, nor is it kept. However, your iPhone always listens to the conversations around you and analyzes them, so that when you utter the trigger word, "Hey Siri," it may respond to you. This task is done not only by your iPhone, but also by every voice assistant, such as Alexa, Cortana, and Google Assistant. It is plainly specified in Apple's privacy policy that iPhone or Siri can also record your talk. According to Apple, if you allow permission to improve Siri and dictation, then Siri can capture, store, and examine your new data. Its objective is to make Siri's service better for you. You may get specifics about this by navigating to Siri's settings. However, even if you accept this setting, Apple maintains that it randomly selects your audio and just its transcript reaches Apple, which is later evaluated. Apple stores it, however, Apple does not use any audio data. Siri or other voice assistant system leverages your data to know your internet behavior, to track your position, and to display you the correct adverts. However, in order for your phone to listen to you, it legally has to take permission from you. No, this is a legal infraction. However, many times regular users do not aware how many types of rights they have given. The iPhone 17 series is said to sport a smaller and sleeker design, with the iPhone 17 Air being the smallest model at just 6.25 millimeters in depth. Apple will likely use premium materials like titanium aluminum and aluminum for the frames, boosting durability without adding bulk. The iPhone 17 Pro versions will return to an aluminum frame with a half-glass, half-aluminum back to boost strength and longevity, while also keeping wireless charging functionality. The general look is expected to be modern, with maybe some camera design tweaks. One of the most important enhancements in the iPhone 17 series will be in the camera sector. All models are believed to come with a 24-megapixel front-facing camera, a major jump from the 12-megapixel sensors in the current iPhone models. The Pro Max model is rumored to include a trio of 48-megapixel back cameras, including wide, ultra-wide, and telephoto lenses, while the Slim model may adopt a single 48-megapixel rear camera with a centered design. This camera arrangement will certainly increase low-light performance and overall image quality. The iPhone 17 series will be powered by Apple's new A19 chip, built on an improved 3nm technology. This processor will deliver superior overall performance and power efficiency, leading to enhanced battery life and faster speeds. The Pro variants are rumored to come with 12 gigs of RAM, while the regular and Slim models will contain 8 gigs, allowing for smoother multitasking. This upgrade will make the iPhone 17 series capable of tackling more demanding tasks with ease. The iPhone 17 series will come equipped with Apple's first in-house 5G modem, which will enhance energy efficiency and lessen reliance on Qualcomm components. The gadgets will also support Wi-Fi 7, delivering faster and more consistent internet connectivity. Additionally, Apple is likely to use new battery adhesive technology, making it easier for customers to replace and repair batteries, a long-requested feature from iPhone lovers. Next, the tiny smartphone age could soon make a comeback, and going by rumors, we could see titans like Samsung and Apple taking the charge. The foldable category is also undergoing changes, as firms strive to make the devices thinner, But do we really need smartphones to get thinner than what they now are? Well, you could say thin phones will have takers, especially for individuals who use their phone for the aesthetics rather than practical capabilities. For instance, when you look at thin laptops, you end up sacrificing with connections and forcing you to acquire an external hub to use simple stuff like USB drive or even the Ethernet wire. With smartphones, the changes in style and dimensions could imply challenges for the company to combine a powerful camera or even carry a large-size battery. The size difference is certainly likely to see some cutbacks, and reports around the iPhone 17 Air more or less hint adjustments in this regard. Like we stated, foldables going slim, we would like that as the form factor gets easier to operate. But for standard phones, skinny can mean you see the battery size drop down, this at a time when the battery tech has finally made it feasible to cram a bigger unit without making the phones bulky as it used to before. And let's assume Apple replaces the 17 Plus with the iPhone 17 Air and prices it higher. Would you really choose a more costly phone which has less cameras and a smaller battery? You can understand Apple and Samsung's prospective interest in this handset, largely to freshen up its offering. Apple replaced the Mini with the Plus a few years ago, and these two businesses could do it again. Adding the Air and making it costlier is a win-win for the corporation if it succeeds to sell a sufficient number of devices that offers it a greater device revenue. Either way, we are curious to see how and why the slim phones come through, and hopefully businesses have a good rationale to introduce them to the market. Next, we're anticipating the iPhone 17 Air to be Apple's thinnest ever phone, but with the depth of phones now confined by the USB-C port, would you go portless to obtain a thinner iPhone? Chinese Android smartphone maker Oppo has been promising an ultra-thin model and arguing that the height of the USB-C port is preventing phones from getting even smaller. We first learned last year that the iPhone 17 Air will be Apple's smallest ever phone. A 2mm reduction compared to the 16 Pro would equate around a 25% slimmer phone overall, slightly more than 25% compared to Pro versions, and slightly less with the base models. This is in keeping with earlier expectations of a device that's overall close to 6mm thick. That earned an asterisk when Ming Chi Kuo added the rider that the thinnest part would be 5.5mm. That caused others to speculate about a possible wedge form, but the likelier bet here is a new style camera bump. The iPhone 17 Air, formerly expected to be called the iPhone 17 Air, will purportedly offer iPhone enthusiasts a new, slimmer version of Apple's smartphone. Bloomberg's well-connected reporter Mark Gurman believes this is part of a plan to develop a new class of Apple devices that should be the thinnest and lightest products in the whole tech industry. The iPhone 17 Air would supposedly have a 6.6-inch display, and it could feature a redesign reminiscent of how the iPhone X shook up the iPhone lineup when it deleted the home button and introduced the notch in 2018. That said, speculations of it being aluminum rather than titanium are a touch alarming considering the pricing talk being batted about. Analyst Ming Chi Kuo predicts that the iPhone 17 Air will prioritize being thin above all else, to the extent that the phone may only have a single main camera lens. While that seems like a rather unusual and frustrating downgrade to have, Kuo later said that the phone might be one of the first iPhones with an Apple-made modem. To create way for the iPhone 17 Air, researcher Jeff Poo claims there will be no iPhone 17 Plus. That's a bummer, given the rumored high price for the Air and given our good evaluation of the iPhone 16 Plus, but it's not entirely unexpected. Reportedly, the iPhone Plus series hasn't been that much more successful than the iPhone Mini, which flopped. When the iPhone 17 Air launches, it will have some company. Samsung just previewed an ultra-slim phone of its own with a Galaxy S25 Edge teaser. That phone is also scheduled to debut this year. Apple's A-series CPUs are no slouch, giving some of the best smartphone performance available. The A18 Pro silicon powering the iPhone 16 Pro models has shown to be a particularly strong performer, as you can see in our iPhone 16 Pro benchmarks. And yet, the A19 chipset you'd anticipate that Apple will employ in the iPhone 17 series might be a significant jump ahead. It was first reported that the new chips may be produced to the 2nm technology, suggesting a larger transistor density for better performance and efficiency. However, further reports have disputed this, maintaining that 2nm chips won't be available until the introduction of the iPhone 18. That's so, the A19 chips may still benefit from TSMC's third-generation 3nm process. This is supposed to offer improved transistor density compared to the second-gen method used to create the A18 chips. This would enhance performance and energy efficiency, though not to the same extent as a decrease to 2 nanometer wood. There's some other positive news on the power front. A report suggests every iPhone 17 model will include vapor chamber technology designed to keep the new devices from overheating. The new setup would replace the normal heat sinks used by existing iPhones and address difficulties that earlier models have had with growing too hot and suffering from performance dips as a result. Greater efficiency means reduced power drain, which implies improved battery life. And on that topic, Apple is reported to be making a change with its iPhone 17 series, producing its own batteries for the first time. The idea is apparently to give significantly improved performance compared to the existing one, which sounds incredibly promising. Analyst Jeff Pu has predicted the iPhone 17 could feature with 8 gigs RAM. However, in a note to investors, Pu suggested the iPhone 17 Pro models might come with 12 gigs RAM, a considerable jump from the 8 gigs featured in the current versions, and presumably an essential bump given Apple's drive into on-device artificial intelligence. Ming-Che Kuo also expects the higher-end iPhones would contain 12 gigs of RAM. So that's all we have for now on Apple smartphones. Stay tuned to our channel for more updates on this exciting tech. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to stay notified when we post new videos. Thanks for watching.